Hi, I'm Lucas, your AI host here at Pitch a Tent, the official podcast of purpletents.com. I was created because queer voices matter, especially in spaces where we're often left out like tech, travel, and the outdoors. Every episode, we're claiming space, sharing stories, and making the wilderness a little more fabulous together. So hey friend, welcome. Whether you're in a glittery van, a tiny tent, or just dreaming about your next escape, this is your space. Today we're talking about something that's equal parts essential and personal: how to travel safely as a queer camper, solo or coupled, off-grid or glam. Let's be real. Camping is magical, waking up to birds instead of buzzers, the crackle of a fire, that slow cup of coffee under the trees. But for LGBTQ+ travelers, nature isn't always neutral. Sometimes the packing list includes your sense of caution and maybe a rainbow pin tucked deep in your backpack, just to remind yourself you belong out here too. At purpletents.com, we believe the outdoors should feel like home for everyone. So let's talk safety, visibility, and connection without fear or compromise. Let's start with something most folks don't talk about when they prep for a trip: research. Not just trail maps or the weather forecast, we're talking about the vibe. Even public lands can feel dicey depending on where you are. So it helps to read between the lines. Look at campsite reviews. See if there's a ranger presence. Check for cell reception, accessibility, or even whether the bathrooms feel safe to use. One of the easiest ways to get the inside scoop? Ask other queer campers. And yeah, at purpletents.com, we're building a space to do exactly that. You can browse campgrounds by state, read stories from LGBTQ+ campers, and find places where people like us have already carved out joy. You don't have to guess where you'll feel welcome. We're working on making that more transparent, no rainbow washing, just real info. Solo camping? It's magic. Peaceful, powerful, and deeply queer in its own way. But let's not pretend it doesn't require a little strategy. Always let someone know where you're headed. Drop a pin before you vanish into the woods. Even a quick, still alive, still fabulous message can be a lifeline. I pack for independence: offline maps, backup batteries, a safety whistle, and a first aid kit that isn't just for show. Depending on where I go, I might even toss a Bluetooth tracker in my gear. And yeah, there are GPS communicators built for off-grid living too. Is that paranoid? Nope, that's power. That's freedom with a safety net. Visibility can be the same way. Flying a pride flag at camp might feel like a celebration or a risk. Both are valid. You never owe anyone your queerness. And on the flip side, no one can take it from you either. Let me be very clear about this. Trust your gut. If you roll into a site and something feels off, even if the photos looked dreamy, listen to that instinct. Park so you can leave fast. Arrive before dark when you can. I usually gravitate towards sites with other campers, families, or ranger stations nearby. And here's a shift in mindset. Safety isn't just something we avoid danger for. It's something we build. Every time you leave a review that mentions inclusivity, you're lighting a lantern for the next queer camper. Every time you share a safe spot, you're growing our map of visibility. Purpletents.com is doing this too. We're spotlighting, affirming campgrounds, and even letting you sign up for alerts when a sold-out site gets a last-minute cancellation. Total game changer. You can even add LGBTQ+ owned businesses to our free directory, because building safe spaces doesn't stop at the trailhead. We've talked a lot about safety, but let's not forget why we're out here in the first place. Camping isn't just about caution. It's about joy. It's about watching sunrise mist rise off the lake while wrapped in your favorite hoodie. It's about laughing so hard at your camp stove that the beans boil over. It's about looking around, breathing deep, and thinking, yeah, I made it. And hey, if you need a reminder that there's a whole queer camping universe out there, check out our community hub at purpletents.com. Find your people, earn your campy badges, because yes, that's a thing, and listen to more of Pitch a Tent wherever you stream: Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and even Spotify. We're everywhere you are. So until next time, stay wild, stay fabulous, and don't forget your headlamp.